Hey there, in this video what we're going to be doing is assembling our DC motor drivetrain for the Wi-Fi Wheeler car. Okay, so I have my parts here. There are more parts in the kit, but these are all the ones that I need for now. Okay, I got my DC motors here, worm gear, regular gear here, these plastic pieces to hold the axle in place, and the axles are right here. And then these wood pieces are going to be the mounts for the motors. All right, so the first thing in our wheels, the first thing we're going to do is take one of the motors and put on the worm gear. Now the thing with this is a very tight fit, so you just put it on, okay? And just kind of finger pressure, just put it on. It only needs to go like a third of the length of the worm gear, so not all the way in. You're going to see the shaft still there, so you don't want to jam it all the way in. Okay, so that's one of them. Let's go ahead and do the second one. Here's the second one, and then we put it in similar fashion. Cool. The next thing we're going to do is I'll put this to the side, these smaller mounts here. I want you to notice there's one with the smaller hole and then one with the bigger hole. Okay, and the bigger one has a flat on one of the sides, so it's not a perfect circle. So let's take one of the big ones. You're going to see, and take one of the motors, you're going to see that it matches with this right here. Okay, the same shape here. So we're going to go ahead and take this, mash it up. Okay, and then we just put it in, wiggle. Okay, a note here, these wood pieces are pretty strong, but they are wood as well, so you want to be firm but not too firm. You don't want it to snap. Okay, and then now the smaller one goes and matches with the smaller circle on the shaft side. So you just put it in, and you're going to notice this is going to spin in place. Okay, we're going to secure it once we put in these bigger side mounts. For you to note, you're going to see there's this little notch right here. Okay, so one side has this deeper notch. This should match the side of the wires, okay, on both of them. So that's going to be important when we put on the side mounts. All right, so that's one. Let's go ahead and do the same thing for the other motor. So here's the side of the flat. Put it in, and then this side, just go ahead and put it over it, and the little notch here, deeper notch right here, should match with the with the wires. Cool. Okay, now let's go ahead and get these in place so that the top stops spinning around. So we're going to take one of these bigger side mounts and then just put it on. Now the way that it works is that this little hump right here, this needs to match, be on the same side as the worm gear. Okay, now and then these two go ahead and key into these two holes. Let's go ahead and do it. Again, maybe we need to wiggle it a little bit. There. Okay. All right, and then go ahead and just take another one. All four of these are they're the same. Okay. Take another one, and it should just match straight in there. Might need to wiggle a little bit. Beautiful. Okay, so I got another ones do the same. Same thing with this one here. All right, let's make sure that the notch here, the deeper notch, is on the same side as the as these wires. Okay, and then the hump right here is on the same side as the worm gear. Let me match it up. Okay, another one here. Let's get this guy in there. There we go. Okay, two nice sub-assemblies. All right, these are our motor sub-assemblies here. I'll put it right here, maybe put it on the side here. You can still see them. Okay, the next thing we want to do is we want to get our gear so that it goes, and it's going to go right right here. Okay, we want it right here. And let's go ahead and determine which one of these is going to be our left wheel and right wheel. Okay, so since we're oriented, just put them all just straight ahead of you like this, like you have it on my camera. And this will be our left motor and right motor. The reason why it matters is you see our gears here, they have this, one side has this bump here and the other side is smooth. Okay, what we want to do is make sure that this bump, when we put it in, that it's facing toward the wheel, and the wheel is going to be on these outer sides. So this is going to be the left wheel and this one is going to be the right wheel. All right, so let's work on the left wheel. Move it down. So that means that the bump here needs to be facing toward this side. All right, let's get our axle here. Okay, so one of these longer axles here, this is going to go through the hole. Okay, and once it's through, we can then put this gear, it's got a hole through the axle like so, and we're making sure that the bump there is facing the outside toward the wheel. Okay, now this is also a very snug fit, so you just want to get it started maybe like that. Okay, and if you're having trouble, what I like to do is take this side of the shaft or the axle and then push it toward the table while you're holding on to the plastic gear here. So I'm just holding on to the plastic. Don't hold on to the wood because that will crack the wood. Just hold on to the plastic parts of the gear and then just press down. And then I know you can't see because of the angle, but I think you should be able to get the idea. We're pushing it, and then now you kind of want to get it centered. And that's pretty good. Maybe it's not quite centered. Maybe I want to go a little more. So I'm again just holding the plastic gear part. Like so. Okay, and now I like to kind of keep the, you see this is going to be going back and forth, so I'm going to have to use these orange stoppers here to put the wheel on and then keep it in place, but I'll do that in a second. Okay, so I'll move this to the side. Let's go ahead and do the gear for this one. Okay, so we have this is going to be my right wheel, so I have my sub-assembly here. My right wheel is going to go over here. Okay, and so I'm going to take my axle and stick it through this side. Okay, and I'm going to make sure that the bump here is facing toward the wheel, so this is the right way. Okay, I go like that. Again, it's tough, so get it in there a little bit, and then I'm push down the table, only pushing on the gear. Okay, that's not centered yet, so I'm going to keep going. And that's pretty center, but I'm going to get some more. Get in there. And we're good. Okay, so I got two sub-assemblies with the gear now. And now what we want to do is make sure, and I'll start with my right motor since I was just using it. We're going to fasten it using these orange rings right here to make sure that this gear here is touching the worm gear. Okay, and the way you know that it's touching in the right spot is that when you're not touching it, you should be able to just spin this okay, spin this gear. But once you're in the spot where this is aligned right with the worm gear, you're not going to be able to spin it because the worm gear is stopping this gear from spinning. So once you're there, go ahead and grab one of these rings and let's stick it on from the outside. Make sure we got this right. Okay, and then we just stick it in like this, kind of get it aligned. Okay, like that. Okay, and then let's do it for, it's not quite aligned, right? So I gotta maybe pull it back a little bit. Okay, that's good. And then another one on this side. Okay, get it both squeezed, and that's pretty good. Okay, so that's now holding it in place, and these gears not moving around, and that makes sure that when this motor spins, this will definitely turn. All right, let's do the same thing with this side. Put my orange gear there. Not orange gear, orange ring. And then another one here. Okay, get it all secure, not moving around, and we're good. Okay. Now at this point we can then put on our wheels. Okay, so here's my, let's see which one was right. Okay, we know, the way we know is that the bump here will be facing toward the wheel. So this is going to be, the bump is here, so the wheel is here. So this is my left wheel. So let's go ahead and take the wheel here, there's a hole here, and just stick it in. Like so. Okay. And then when you do it, make sure that this still does not move, that it's still aligned with the worm gear. I'm a little bit offset, so maybe I can adjust it a little bit. Okay, there we go. I just pushed it over. So you can always adjust. Okay. Okay, that's good. And then this is going to be my other side. And let's stick it in. Make sure my gears are centered. Okay, that looks good. All right, we got our two wheels here, and we are ready to go.